welcome back to my channel, Porchi Tech. Okay, and today I have on my right the iPhone 12 Pro Max, and on the left I have the iPhone 11 Pro Max. And this is really an interesting topic today regarding the battery and the battery health on these phones. So before I get into this video, please head on down below, hit that subscribe button, turn that notification bell on to get notified as soon as I have another upload on this channel. So I know I haven't posted in a while, but I've been really busy, guys, and today I have this comparison here with the battery lives on these phones, and it's really interesting but before I get into the details on this, the charging on these phones are pretty much, I have the same charging routines when I use these phones. At the end of the day, I put them on the wireless charger before I go to bed, and by morning they're at 100%. And interestingly, it's the same charging routine on both of these as I mentioned before. But the battery, looking at the battery health on these, on the 11 Pro Max here on my left right here, I have the battery health is at 99%, as you can see right here, 99%. And let me go on the 12 Pro Max on the right, go to battery health, and you could see here that it's 97%, which it's kind of mind-boggling to me because I have the 11 Pro Max now for almost 2 years, and I've had this 12 Pro Max for almost 6 months. So this is like a year and a half older than the 12 Pro Max. So the 11 Pro Max came out in September 2019. The 12 Pro Max came out in November 2020. So we're looking at 2 cycles on the 11 Pro Max and 1 cycle coming up for the 12 Pro Max, which is a year. Okay, so this is kind of interesting. I use these phones the same charging routine. The 11 Pro Max is almost a year older, well, over a year older than the 12 Pro Max, and the battery health on this phone is still more than the 12 Pro Max. So that's something that I'm questioning here. I know the 12 Pro Max has 5G. It has also a bigger screen, but Apple said that this processor here, the A14 Bionic chip here, the performance on this, it increases the efficiency on the phone, so the battery should not make a big difference when it comes to these devices. So I know that when it comes to battery life, the 11 Pro Max here does have more milliamperage, so it does have a larger capacity, but battery capacity and battery life, that's different from the health of the battery. Okay, so what I'm comparing here is the health. So this is the capacity here, and this is the capacity here on the 12 Pro Max, and this is the one on the 11 Pro Max on my left. So as I mentioned before, each charging cycle is from 0 to 100. So I'd have the same charging routine for these phones as I mentioned, and for some reason I still can't figure out how this 11 Pro Max, which is a year older than the 12 Pro Max, still has a better capacity here. So if you look at the maximum capacity, 99% compared to 97%, I do think the 11 Pro Max battery wise outperforms the 12 Pro Max. So if you have an iPhone 11 Pro Max and you're thinking of getting a 12 Pro Max, it's not a huge upgrade, because I have both phones and pretty much the cameras, they're different in some ways, but it's not a huge upgrade as far as the cameras. The screen, it's hard to tell the difference if you're looking at pictures on the screens. So if you go, let me give you an example here. If I go to Google here, and then let me type in the Grand Canyon, and we're gonna look at some pictures. you'll see minor differences. You'll see minor differences in the color temperatures on both phones, but separate from that, it's not a huge difference. Like this, you see this has a cooler tone on the 11 Pro Max and a warmer tone on the 12 Pro Max here. So if I go to images, it does perform a little faster as well. So if I click on the images, let me put this in landscape. I put this in landscape. You see how they look right here. It does pop a little bit more on the 12 Pro Max, but it's not a big difference. If you're not comparing these, you will not see a difference. And as far as 5G, in my area here we do have 5G, but it's not performing up to speed as I hoped it would. And I mostly have my phone set on 4G, so if you're gonna take that into consideration that it's a 5G phone, I do not use 5G on this phone. I have this set as my cellular data options. It's on LTE. It does have 5G auto and 5G. You can use those settings, but I keep it on LTE because it's just a few areas around this city here that has 5G signals. All right, so I mostly turn it off, because if I turn it on, a lot of times the signals is it's way worse than it is with the 4G. So I just keep it strictly on 4G. So that's not something that's weighing down on the battery. To take that into consideration, that would contribute to the battery health. So that's not a factor, because I turned the 5G off. I only use 4G on my 12 Pro Max. And I remember using my 11 Pro Max. I did get a little, I would say 2 to 3 hours more battery life compared to this 12 Pro Max here. So this 12 Pro Max here, like at 6 in the evenings, I'd be at say 60%. I'd be like 75% on my 11 Pro Max. So it did perform better than the iPhone 12 Pro Max in the battery life department. And it pretty much, if you have an 11 Pro Max, as I said before, you might as well just wait on the iPhone 13, because it's not worth it going to the 12 Pro Max right now, because 5G, it's not impressive as I thought it would. So and in a lot of cities it's not even available as yet, and if it's available, it's not performing at its best. They're still working on that to get it to its best. So if that's a reason for you to upgrade to the phone, I would recommend holding off until the iPhone 13 comes out and you see what that has to offer. And if it's 5G that you're trying to upgrade for, I would just stick to 4G LTE for now until 5G is more popular and they get it to where it should be as far as the signals and the receptions signals for 5G. Okay, well, the speed, some people, depending on your carrier, a lot of people are experiencing good speeds on the 5G, but I have T-Mobile, and in my area here it's pretty bad when it comes to 5G. They claim that it's covered, but I get signals, but it's not as good as the 4G LTE coverage that I'm getting. Okay, so I keep my phone strictly on 4G LTE. So again, I have the same apps on the phone, use them. I use my 11 Pro Max for YouTube a lot. I watch a lot of YouTube videos on there. They are on the same software here. I keep my phones up to date. So if I go to general here on the 12 Pro Max, about, and software version, you can see on 14.6. Same thing here on the 11 Pro Max, it's on iOS 14.6. so they're both on the same iOS versions here, so they're both up to date. And as I said, when it comes to the battery, the iPhone 11 Pro Max is the champ here. I gotta give it to the iPhone 11 Pro Max when it comes to the battery health and also battery life as well. So The screen on the 12 Pro Max, as I said before, it's a little bit bigger. It has 5G. I turned the 5G off, so that's not a factor here. And the larger screen, but it has a more efficient and faster processor, so that should compensate for the little edge that the 11 Pro Max battery has as far as the capacity. So I've seen other YouTube videos where they pretty much give the edge to the 11 Pro Max as well when it comes to the battery, and I've experienced that firsthand here, that the battery life is better on the 11 Pro Max, and also, as you can see in front of me here, the battery health, as far as the capacity of the battery, it holds up better over time, because for a phone that's almost 2 years old compared to one that's 6 months old, and it still has better battery health. So that proves it right there, that the 11 Pro Max holds up better over time when it comes to battery and the battery health. All right, so if you're in the market, as I said before, looking to get one of these phones, I would definitely go with the 11 Pro Max if you're trying to save some cash, because you can get a good deal on one of these phones right now, used or even brand new. You can get them on good deals. So yeah, I hope this helps you out if you're trying to decide between these two phones. If you want to save some cash and go for the 11 Pro Max, I would recommend that, or just hold off completely until the iPhone 13 comes out. It's like 3 months away, and I'm pretty sure you can hold off another 3 months before you upgrade to your iPhone. Or if you're just trying to switch from an Android to an iPhone, you're trying to something new, you could go ahead and grab the 11 Pro Max, or if they have good trade deals as well on the 12 Pro Max, you could grab either one of these. But if you're trying to decide if you have the 11 Pro Max or the 11 Pro already, I would not upgrade. All right, so that's the end of the video. Thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Turn your notification bell on to get notified when I have uploads on this channel. All right, thank you for watching again. Peace.